Hey everyone, I want you all to be healthy for your entire life. Here in the Northeast USA, we are approaching cold and flu season. In this video, I'm going to share 3 keys to not get sick during this cold and flu season. The first key is life-saving insights on food selection. I want you to know that our bodies have a direct, intimate relationship with our living environments. And when we are living during the fall and winter months, this signals our bodies to stop digesting foods that are grown in strong sunlight. There is a direct adaptation that takes place in our gut that makes our bodies more easily digesting foods that are grown in limited sunlight. A person that wants to stay healthy living in Iowa should eat much differently than a person that wants to stay healthy living in Florida. Me personally, during the fall and winter months, I love to consume root vegetables like potatoes, yams, onions, parsnips, and radishes. I also love to eat fruits that grow in limited sunlight like apples, pears, peaches, and cranberries. A fantastic way for you to stay healthy during the cold and flu season is to visit a farmer's market to find locally grown produce. This is a fantastic way to nourish your body. Another food selection insight to not get sick this cold and flu season is to select foods that are rich in vitamin D. During these colder seasons, so many do not get nearly enough sunlight, and this is why it is such a priority to eat foods that have vitamin D. And some of my favorites are pastured eggs and pastured butter. Make sure you stay tuned toward the end of this video because we're going to go in the kitchen and I'm going to show you the best way to cook scrambled eggs. It's a way that keeps the yolk intact, so you enjoy all of the vitamin D in the yolk without overcooking it. And the taste is absolutely amazing. I am sure you will enjoy. We also need warming foods, lots of cooked vegetables, warm soups, warm broths. Warming foods keeps our metabolism strong and our internal body temperature high. This is why throughout history, soups have been treasured for their flu-fighting abilities. The second key to not getting sick this cold and flu season is to take advantage of the sunlight that we do have. I want you to prioritize morning sunlight and midday sunlight. Morning and midday sun exposure establishes our circadian rhythm. Exposure to sunlight at these times allows our bodies to produce neurotransmitters, hormones, and antioxidants. I'm referring specifically to melatonin and glutathione. Glutathione is a master antioxidant. It's one of the most important antioxidants for our entire body, which helps fight off foreign invaders. And melatonin is produced at nighttime. Melatonin is only produced if we get adequate sunlight exposure during the day. The third key to not getting sick this cold and flu season is to prioritize your rest, recovery, and sleep. I want you to be very mindful of your exercise regimen and make sure that you do not over-exercise, that you do not overtrain. This is crucially important because during these times, our body needs as much energy for our immune response to fight off all foreign invaders. This is why sleep quality is absolutely vital during these times. I encourage you, if possible, to get an extra hour of sleep every night during the fall and winter months. And one fantastic strategy to help increase your sleep quality is to limit your exposure to artificial light, to blue light at nighttime. And this can be done with blue light protection tools. And if you would like expert guidance, on how to find these tools, definitely contact me and I'll love to help you, because this is the time that we get the best quality sleep that we possibly can, and to be very mindful of our daily activities to make sure that we are recovering properly, that we are giving our bodies the rest that it absolutely needs. This is why rest is so effective when a person is sick. I've been there, you've been there, we've all been there. Whenever I've been sick, it was rest that was most effective for my healing. And this is why I so strongly encourage you to be intentional, to be proactive, to not wait until you get sick, because there's so much that you can do today to put your health into your hands. And in summary, we want to select foods that are locally grown, locally sourced, foods that have grown in limited sunlight. We also want to eat foods that are rich in vitamin D. We want to eat warming foods to keep our internal body temperature strong. And we also want to take advantage of the sunlight that we can get on a daily basis. And of course, we want to prioritize rest, recovery, and getting the highest quality sleep that we possibly can. And these are the keys to staying healthy during the cold and flu season. And right now, we out to the kitchen because I want to show you guys the best way to cook up some scrambled eggs. We are up in the kitchen to cook up some vitamin D rich scrambled eggs. This calls for 2 main ingredients: pasture-raised eggs and pasture-raised butter. Pasture-raised is an absolute necessity for me because there is vitamin D in grass. Pasture-raised is when the animals are allowed to roam and eat up all that vitamin D rich grass. That vitamin D is passed along to us when we select pasture-raised. Now let's get to scrambling, because I want to show you how to preserve the most nutrients, the most vitamin D in the egg yolk. Let's set it off with lots of that vitamin D rich butter. And right now I just scramble up the whites. Leave those yolks alone for now. Just cook up those whites, scramble up the whites. Peep the technique. You see me cooking up those whites, fluffing up those whites, scrambling the whites. And the whites are pretty much cooked right now. So turn off that flame. And now we could splash up those runny yolks. I love the texture. I love the taste. And most importantly, I love the nourishment. Make sure this cold and flu season, you take advantage of vitamin D rich foods to bless your entire body. Always be intentional with your health. Always be proactive with your health. And you can support the health of humanity by subscribing to this channel, liking, and make sure you leave a comment. Now is the time to fulfill our full health potential. And I will see you very soon.